Do you trust your crypto assets to centralized exchanges that actively sell your private information and front run your trades? Would you like to buy and sell your assets without any middlemen, intermediaries, or robots? Do you like paying slippage, fees, and having the price go up as bots steal from you on low liquidity decentralized exchanges? The solution is nodemarket.io. Set your guaranteed buy or sell price. No middlemen, no slippage, no bots, ever. Buy or sell 1, 10, or even 10 million tokens, and you never have to worry. OTC trades are between you and the seller or buyer, guaranteed by audited smart contracts and no human middlemen. Nodemarket.io.
All right. I think we've got the little first messages out of the way. All right. Hello, 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 hello. All right. Ooh, I'm doing my leg workout, my electronic leg workout. What? Oh, and there was some people that were asking which one this is from last week. This is the SP8. Show you if you can see it. Here, hold on. SP8. Cool, right? And this thing controls 4 of the leads. Like each one has a plus and a minus. Boop, 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 boop. And it tells you how to put it on. It runs you through the whole thing, and it like checks your muscles and all sorts of crap. They say you can even do your chest, but I don't like the idea of putting that thing anywhere near my heart. For some reason, I feel like a device that shoots out electricity right near your heart, that sounds a lot like what a pacemaker is. So I'm going to not do that. But I'll do the other stuff. All right. That's cool. Okay. So there we go. Let's see. Hello. We'll look at markets. We will let the discussion go where it goes. Let's see. Oh, charge an arm and leg. I'm not sure. All right. Let's see. Just bought some InLeab. Is there a way to import? Yes. You should have the contract address. Usually we have a page that has, okay, exchange, InLeab, bam. And normally somewhere around here is the contract address. I think Brandon was going to add that to the main page. I know it's in the chats floating around, and I'm probably just not looking directly at it. Well, maybe Brandon will jump on and tell us where is the contract address. But yeah, normally it's right around here. Normally it's token index, perhaps. Ooh, look at that. Token index. Look at that. Token address. Bam. Look at that button. Add to MetaMask. Holy smokes. We took all of the steps away. All you have to do is go over here and click. Bam. Bam. That's some cold stuff right there. Hello, 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 hello. So under the token index page, and then you can just click add to MetaMask, and it will do all that old heavy lifting for you. Bam, bam. And since external projects can't just come list tokens, it doesn't work that way. So if there's a token on here, it's the legit one. Because we did it. No, you dig? All right. Okay. So, moving right along. Well, speaking of InLeab, it's live. You can go to exchange. And for everybody that doesn't, or I'm sure you guys understand how it works, but these tokens on the launch day, there will be a bridge set up where you can bridge back, and it won't be through Singularity DAO. It'll be right here, Node Market. You'll be able to swap the in-Lib tokens for the Lib tokens. Lib? Lib sounds cool. Anyway, in-Lib, Libera. I guess it would be Lib. Anyway, you'll be able to swap those 1 for 1 on day 1. So that's cool. So we'll have all that set up for you. So that's easy. Twin news. We don't have any twin. Well, we do, but I can't say anything because they're going to say something. But we are going to get information about the launch. You will hear the launch date this week from the twin team. They cross their I's and dot their T's over and over and over into what one might say is the absurd, but hey, they want to be safe. So they're going to be very safe. No Mario. Well, no, Mario is not involved in Node Market. I don't know if there's an amount of money on this planet that would allow Mario to be involved in Node Market. Mario's involved in his own thing, taking 7 weeks off during the Christmas holiday, and you got to take the summers off. You can't work summers. Of course, the fall, that's almost the Christmas holidays. You want to go ahead and take some time off around Thanksgiving, probably 7 or 8 weeks there. You don't want to be doing it too much around that old Thanksgiving. It's like, what do they have Thanksgiving in wherever Mario lives in Italy? No, they don't, because that's not a thing. It's not a thing. So, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. No Mario. Let's see. Hit the 150 mark. Well, I know it's not 150 pounds. We know that, Howard. All right. There's a lot of, how many half-arsed projects around? There are a lot of half-assed projects. I like the newer projects I'm looking at. I like revenue streams, and I like projects that have a real-world kind of a Web 2 transitioning to Web 3 kind of aspect. If, like, I looked at a project this morning, and they're like, it's faster, it's better, it's cheaper, it's more. I mean, every metric you can measure on termination, security, throughput, it's everything. We're best at everything. And then you read through their team members, you're like, I've never heard of any of you guys. What did you guys do? Well, they just copy and pasted a bunch of crap. They're just copying, pasting code. And that's what we're getting. That's why so many new layer ones are just showing up. People are just copying, pasting from other projects and calling that a layer. I mean, I guess that's a layer one, which is going to probably wash a lot of these projects away. You know, when there was 3 meme coins, it was one thing. When there was 300 meme coins, it started to get frustrating. Now that there's 300,000 meme coins are stupid again. And so people are reverting back to just the few early things that they had heard of. So it looks like that's the way we're probably going to go with layer ones and layer twos, right? Like people will just, what do you recall? It'll be brand recognition rather than any kind of qualitative assessment. So that's the world we live in. So we have to pilfer through all this crap to find good projects. There's a lot of crap. There are some good projects. Thoughts on Jam Galaxy? It's one of the less interesting things I think that they've considered. I just don't see any way you're going to launch some kind of small music thing that competes with anybody. No one cares, man. It's so easy to use the existing rails. You know, I don't know. So it's just not interesting to me. It's on the thing. It's on the level of Rejuve, Cogito, NewNet, cool novel ideas. NewNet, I thought was going to I really thought NewNet had a chance until they never did anything at all, period. Like nothing. We're going to be in beta for 17 millennia. By the year 6540, we're going to be rolling out our test net. Meanwhile, people are already condensed to energy at that point. We just sprint around, pew, pew, pew. Anyway, yeah. So Jam Galaxy is this another one of those ideas that was turned into a white paper that will probably hoover up money and evaporate it just as fast. It's going to be a pass for me, man. And that's not even behind the wall. This is just straight up pass. Yeah. Good morning. Hello. Oh, let's see. You see in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend, those with loaded guns and those who dig ditches. You dig. Oh, that is when he said you dig, did he mean you dig like he's cool, like you dig, or you dig? So anyway. All right. Let's see. Hello. 150 push-ups committed to doing before every class, minimum of 150. Well, Howard, you're only on 16. You can't count by tens, buddy. Let's see. Have you looked into Supra? No. I have not. All right. I live in the Caribbean. I can participate in the twin launch on SDAO at 0.065. Is that good to do? Well, just weigh it. If you participate on SDAO, you're going to have limits and you're going to have your tokens be frozen. So you're going to get some tokens on the token generation event. I think theirs is like a 12% or a 10 or 12%, something like that. And then they're going to be locked up. There's going to be, I think, at SDAO I think there's a 3-month cliff, and then it starts distributing the tokens month by month. I think that's how that one is. I'd have to go look. I haven't been on SDAO in a while because it's kind of a dumpster fire. But yeah. So you will get some of your tokens at 6.5 cents. It's certainly better than trying to fight your way through the DEX. So yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. If you can get an allocation over there, why wouldn't you? Especially, I mean, if you're in the Caribbean, that's awesome. You probably have some great weather too. All right. Yeah. Are you big into Supra, Howard? Are you Supra into Supra? Liquid has been working pretty good. Liquid IV? You mean like a liquid IV? Or do you mean some project called Liquid IV? Or is it Liquid 5 or Liquid 4? And those are gratuitous periods. I don't know, Howard. I need more information. All right. We'll take a look at markets. If you have market related questions, remember, let's keep them. Oh, hush. Hold on. My thing's being weird. My machine's being machine. Let's see. Better than a solid IV. Oh, you guys are talking about actual stuff that you plug into your arms. What? All right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard you. Yep. Okay, let's go over to markets. We can probably switch over to some kind of like a little bit cooler music. Ooh, yeah. Okay, what's going on? Hey, look at that Bitcoin. Bit9. It kind of last night I was getting these little messages. Oh, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. It's like, oh, come on, man. But it's up-ish. It's up-ish. It's up-ish. I think Bitcoin has held pretty well, considering the bad press, the good press, the breakdown in markets. If you remember last week, Monday was not a good day. A lot of people were very depressed. And there was a lot of rage quitting. There's a lot of people getting nuked. There was a lot of kind of stupid, panicky behavior. And the price did get down to 49,000 change. which was a good opportunity for a lot of people. But I don't think that everybody took advantage of that, which is fine. You shouldn't FOMO into anything on the way down or the way up. But if you believe in an asset and it goes down due to circumstances, exogenous circumstances on the outside, so stuff in stock market, stuff in the greater macro space, unwinding of the yen carry trade. Yuki told us all about that. So if those kinds of things occur and you realize that that's not a story that's relative or endemic to crypto or to the assets even that you follow in crypto, then you kind of have a crystal ball over what prices are likely to do. So when prices went from 61,000-ish, well, actually 70,000 if you go back to the previous week, 70,000 down to 49,000, nothing's really changed, right? Nothing, there's nothing new. There's no new anti-crypto stuff. It's the same anti-crypto stuff. Then you have a crystal ball. It's very likely the price will, at the very least, mean out. It will mean revert. That's one of the things that, like early in investing, they tell you my coach was, I actually learned about investing through ECNs, electronic communication networks. I had a buddy who was a day trader, and I didn't want to be a day trader, but I did want to kind of learn what he was doing. And he was my weight training coach, Tony. And so we would power lift, and then we would go have our protein shakes and drink and eat all that. And then he would tell me about, what was going on with his day trading. And he was a full-time day. That's all he did. I don't ever know if he made it or not, like money wise. I'm going to guess he didn't. Hey, kitty. But anyway, because that was a rough racket. But back then, when you were one of the few people that had access to an ECN, and I didn't do this because I was like, I'm not going through all that crap. But he was as good as you can be at, guessing. But that was guessing where you have better tools than other people have. So anyway, lesson number 0 was everything mean reverts. Everything mean reverts. So that's what I want everybody to write that in the chat. It's 150 of you. Everything mean reverts. That means if something goes from $4 to $40, it's probably going back down to the average at some point, because everything mean reverts to the mean, reverts to the average. Everything mean reverts. See it. There's only 149 to go. Everything mean reverts. You have to write it. You write it so that it gets programmed into your brain. Don't even think about it. Kitty, down. Hey, down. No. Well, if you sit there, okay. You don't chew wires. If you don't chew wires, we have a deal. Fair? So you got to stay over there. The lure of wires and these flashing lights and buttons, it's all too much for her. No cat should be asked to endure that. So there you go. All right. Once we know, because everybody has written everything mean reverts, which you guys haven't. You guys aren't going to learn this stuff if you don't write it. It's not like you have a little notepad out. No one, I'm not going out on a limb. No one here has a notepad out. None of you. I have a notepad and I'm not even, look, man, I got a notepad and I'm not even doing any writing. You guys should definitely have notepads. Okay. Why is everything mean reverts important? Everything mean reverts is important because you won't panic. You won't panic when things go up and you won't panic when things go down. Kitty, you're breaking the rules. Nope. God damn it. Hold on. Move. Hey. She's the second cameraman today. Hi, Bubba. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. All right, now down we go. Good girl. Yeah, everything mean reverts. This works on the way up. This works on the way down. This works almost. When I say almost, I mean every time. You have a whole notebook. Well placed. Crypto notebook to take notes. Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you guys do have Maybe you guys do have notepads. Maybe you guys are smarter than the average bear. All right. Not everything named. No, everything mean reverts. Reverts to the mean. Reverts to the average. Everything. The reason this is important is when things are going down and they go down disproportionate to what you are, to your convictions. So Bitcoin goes from 70K in a 11-day period down to $49,000. A little message in your head. You just ask yourself, has anything actually changed in Bitcoin? Like really changed? No, not really. Okay, oh, MT Gox. Yes, we've been waiting for that for 10 years. Oh, okay. Kamala Harris. Oh, why would that be different? Biden's been sticking it to every one of us. Not Biden. Elizabeth Warren through choke point and all that crap. They've been sticking it to us for years. So what? Like, what's actually different? Nothing. And since nothing's different, then your reaction function immediately should be everything mean reverts. And then you literally can just draw a line in the middle. And where are we at? We're at 60,000. Things went from 70,000 to 49,000. We're at 60,000. Isn't that weird? And you look at Ethereum. Ethereum got down to right around what? Right around 2,000 just for a skosh, right under 2,200 just for a skosh from 3,000 and change. Say, okay, well, what would that mean? What would the mean be there? Oh, about 2,550. We're at 2,676. Ain't that something? And just go through the assets. You can look at all of them. Now, where everything mean reverts works the other way is when things go up and up and up, and you start telling yourself, oh man, this is going forever. Time is different. It's never going back down. Well, you can't say that either. Sometimes, I mean, again, this is under the assumption. We're qualifying this. These are our kind of lazy assumptions. Our simple assumptions is that the information hasn't changed. If the information changes, then you have to reassess where you think an accurate price is. And that's based on the way you value an asset and then the way you kind of ascribe market forces and influences and all that. Everybody probably has a different opinion of what is a good price or a bad price on a thing. Value is what you personally, ascribe happiness points to. I give this 7 happiness points. Values, if you value something, it has value. If you don't value something, it has no value. So people say, well, what's the value proposition? Well, it's a little bit different to each person. I mean, to each entity. What is the value to a community? What is the value to, you can start, that's what your fundamental analysis is. So that's, well, I don't know how fundamental it is. That's what your analysis is. The price is an actual technical point that you can say, okay, my thesis is based on my value proposition of this asset that I've done my 5 T's. I think it can achieve use utility and wide scale adoption to some degree. I think probably the price could achieve this. It's currently here. There's some space there, right? And if you've done your homework and you get lucky, because you can do all the work and then the team can shiza the bed, they can shiza the bed. They can shiza the whole mattress factory. You could have a really competent team. You could have some of the other teams that we've seen, So, but that's an information change, right? So, yeah, like Ada, great example where everything seems great and it's just a nothing burger. And it's a nothing burger for a variety of reasons. It's not for lack of effort. It's not for lack of technology. It's not for lack of software. GitHub submits. It's not for lack of, liquidity or new wallet formation, anything like. They have all of the metrics. People are just not interested in Cardano and using the ecosystem. It's probably a Charles thing. I mean, I've heard for years that people don't like Charles. And I was like, Charles is cool, man. He's smart. He's cool. But at a certain point, even I got irked by him. Even I got thrown off. And I feel like he's kind of in a lot of ways, he's like a little kid that he's trying to give everyone their comeuppance. Like, he's like, I've made it. Now you listen to me. I made it. I'm like, you've made it, but your ecosystem is just not going anywhere. And also, a lot of the people in the Cardano ecosystem, they're kind of, I don't like to say cringy, because I don't think we should say that word anymore. I think we're past that word, the word cringy. No one says that. But icky, can we say icky? Just the Cardano community's kind of, I don't know, like just those kids you just don't want to hang out with. You're like, yeah, I know he's probably smart, but something not right there. I think that kid probably eats bugs or something. Those kids, those are the Cardano kids. I don't know if that culture that they've kind of created it's like the XRP culture. It's just a spammy kind of, and they have smart people in the community, but it's just kind of a dumb culture. And it's the same thing with the Cardano community. They're kind of prideful and stupid at the same time. Like, what? And this is yeah, I mean, Algorand is the biggest embarrassment of all of them. Cardano's still trying. Algorand's not even trying. Just a man. I almost dropped an F-bomb, but I didn't. Just a fail. How about that? Just a truckin' fail. A truckin' fail. That's good. Yuki would like that. Haunch you. Algorand is a haunch and fail. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about layer ones lately, about these layer one assets. And no, regardless of what people say, Bitcoin's not a layer one. You're not running smart contracts against it. It's not for that. Bitcoin is a kind of store of value, actual currency for the sake of currency, payments, currency. Everything else is different. You could say kind of that privacy tokens are a kind of derivative of Bitcoin, but I don't think you want to mess with privacy tokens because you don't want the exposure to regulators. That's kind of low hanging fruit. If you're a regulator, you can make the argument, why do you want to hide your transactions? What are you hiding? You're like, I don't know, man. I'm hiding from Elizabeth Warren, maybe. But you look like a bad guy. Yeah. Anybody would be like, yeah, why are you hiding your transactions? I don't know. How many $100 bills you have in your wallet, Mrs. Smith? What? See, that's an invasion of privacy, right? But having a digital, which, by the way, the funny thing is that they were calling us idiots, saying that this was all funny money, stupid. For years, crypto wasn't real money. I mean, years, many years. It's not real. It's funny money. It's internet funny money. Okay, cool. Then what are you regulating? Well, because taxes. Okay, great. All right, got it. Always, at the end of the day, it's always about filling someone's pockets. And the thing that they hate, man, do they hate the fact that we got in on something before they did. Anyway, formerly called, let me see, look into Supra, formerly called Supra Oracles. Well, good name rebranding. Well, I guess my layer one, I need to keep going. My layer one thoughts are that other than Bitcoin's not a layer one. Ethereum's a layer one. Okay. Cardano's a layer one. XRP has some kind of very weak smart contract functionality. I guess I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's a kind of half-assed kind of swap meet layer one. Polkadot's a layer one. Matic is layer two and sidechain. Aptos is a layer one. Monero is a money. It's a privacy token. Filecoin is just a straight utility. And Cosmos is a layer one. VeChain can make the claim they're a layer one, although it's a little bit wonky. Algorand is a layer one, but it's a total piece of shit. Ah, dang it. I just couldn't hold it. And then oddly, Harmony 1 is a layer 2. Why don't they call it Harmony 2? I don't know. And that's it. And then Hypercycle layer 0. Okay, so all that being said, I don't know that there's going to be any big rush into any one of the layer ones other than for the pursuit of just number go up. And the number go up pursuit would be first Ethereum because the ETF. XRP stablecoin. No, that's going to be a blunder. I just don't know who would trust Ripple after all of this stuff. I don't know how you trust that company. And also, let me tell you something about XRP that's plagued me. I was one of the early XRP supporters. Like I had XRP less than half a penny. So I was way early. I did good, man. I did good on XRP and Lumens. I made a effing mint. I made a haunching mint. So I'm not a hater on the returns that they gave us, but that's not the measure of a project, the returns. It's the measure of your portfolio. The measure of the project is 5 Ts and use utility wide scale adoption, or the potential for. And I thought that XRP had the chance for use utility and wide scale adoption. But every one of the partnerships they go into, the partners either dump the token immediately, don't use the token, or use it for a few months and then they tap out. They're like, we're not interested. So yeah, I think probably just try to get out at not a loss. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. They got past the lawsuit and the price has gone down. That was the thing that was holding them back. Oh, we broke the law. But once we get past this lawsuit, you'll see we're going to moon. Well, only if the starting point here is here and then the moon's here. Yeah, you mooned. You mooned down. Hold on, I got to do it the other way because you mooned. You're mooning. You guys seen that? It's like the earth and the moon's right here. Look, we're mooning. All of their partners that use XRP exactly the way Ripple says you should use it end their partnerships. Now, if you're a company and you could save money, meaning you add to your bottom line, meaning you make your shareholders happy, meaning you whatever, everybody gets more money. Why would you not do it? You think that they just use XRP and they're like, God, this is amazing. We just got to end the partnership though. We're not big fans of money. You know what, guys? Go give all those cars back. Give all the Lambos back. Give all the Ferraris back. By the way, you guys know Ferrari takes crypto now? I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Just telling you Ferrari takes crypto. Just saying, bro. So why would all these partners that are making all this money with on-demand liquidity and all this kind of stuff, why would they all end the partnerships? You got to start asking questions about that. Kind of sketchy, right? Where are all these, let's look at Algorand. Where are all these big enterprise? We just deal with enterprise partners. Okay, cool. Where? Well, at the enterprise level. You mean the USS Enterprise from Star Trek? You dummies. Well, who are you doing business with? Are they in the warp drive? Are they in the Talladega star system? I don't know. But I know where they're not. They're not in the Earth plane of existence that we live in. None of them. Nobody, I say nobody, I don't know if they have a real enterprise partnership. They boast that they have all sorts of stuff going on. Oh yeah, we're going to be the enterprise players. We're dialed in with MIT and all. MI bull crap. Nothing, zero. Dude, effing zero. They're just not doing it. They can elude, they can say we're testing all, what have been testing for 5 years? When are you done testing, bro? So there's going to be a failure to launch for a lot of these layer ones. And I mean a failure not to launch their TGE, but a failure to launch and achieve any kind of real wide scale adoption. I don't see a universe where Algorand gets wide scale adoption. I don't see it. I don't see a universe. And again, Cosmos is great. Algorand is great. It's fast as hell. Like technologically, these things are fine. They're sound. Doesn't matter. They were either poorly marketed, not marketed at all, or I mean, you still got to go talk to people. And I think they just failed to talk to people. Algorand. What a joke. So my worry is that a lot of these layer ones go away. And then the only layer ones that have any real power are the ones that VCs and spammy financial firms push. And then I realized, oh, wait, that's exactly the same as the current like equity markets. Same thing. And that's how companies like Nikola can film a video of a truck rolling downhill and have a valuation at one point higher than Ford. Now, again, Ford's not like, you know, some kind of huge success story, but Ford cars. These assholes took a video of a truck, turned the phone like this, rolled the truck downhill, and raised billions from a bunch of dummy suckers. And they had a bunch of people behind them pushing them. You always hear those guys, they got in trouble. Isn't it weird that the VCs that were pushing them didn't get in trouble? Isn't that weird? Huh? Ain't that something that those guys didn't get in trouble? They skinned that mother trucker. They're fine though. It's the guys that did their dumb video. They're the ones. Theranos. You think it was just her? There had to be hundreds of people that knew it was all bull smoke. All the VCs and all that. They made that money though. They done made that money. How many races did they have? Over and over and over and over. People were questioning them all the time. It wasn't like doctors, like people like in college and stuff. They were like, I don't think that's true because science, like basic science. They're like, shut up, you old fool. You don't know anything. Theranos is the way. One molecule of blood, 2,000 tests, instantaneous results. And the guy was like, but again, for reasons that have to do with basic science and chemistry and biology, it's not good. This doesn't work. No, man, you're just an old codger. You don't know nothing. Get out of here, doctor. We're gonna give this chick money. Theranos. Lit that shit on fire. So I'm worried that layer ones, most of them aren't going to achieve anything of any significance. And then you start going back and forth. You got to in your mind circle around the drain a little bit. The question that if a layer one is really good and it's really cheap to transact, I don't need to hold a bunch of it just to do transactions, if that's the fee structure, if the fee is paid in the token. And if it's really efficient, then why would I need to hold a bunch of it? Because if it's really efficient, really cheap, really fast, I could just hold a little bit of it, right? If you do Ethereum transactions, you got to hold a lot of it because it's expensive. If you do transactions on Cardano, they're pretty cheap, so you don't have to hold as much. $20 worth. Get you plenty of Cardano transactions. $20 worth of Ethereum will get you 2 transactions. So I think that it bears, stop it, hush you. Ooh, which one should I do? Oh man, there's a whole other page. What? Hypertrophy, muscle building, strength, power, pain management, rehabilitation, and fitness. Behave. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. This is incredible. Man, this thing, you guys got to go get one of these things. No, don't go get it. Howard's going to go buy this thing and he's going to get electrocuted. And he's going to be like, Nick. I'll be like, Howard, buddy, I didn't want you to get electrocuted. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Howard doesn't have to know either way. Anyway, so my layer one problem is if layer ones are fast, efficient, lean, mean, and awesome, you won't have to hold it. If you don't have to hold it, there's no hoarding effect. If there's no hoarding effect, why would number go up? Why would number go up? And so I'm a little bit worried that there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a washout of a lot of these layer ones because why would you hold it if it's efficient? Even if everyone's using it, my guess is Vitalik figured this out. And that's why they're making no attempt to meaningfully scale Ethereum. That's my bet. My bet is he realized this, and that's also he's selling Ethereum hand over fist fast. He's selling it, a lot of it. Now, Ethereum on the other side of it has already made it. Ethereum has made it because it's the number 2 ETF. It can be new ones anytime soon. Doesn't look like. So Bitcoin and Ethereum have already been given the stamp, the golden seal of approval. With all these other assets, timing ultimately becomes more important. And so you have to be, one part of your brain has to be very analytical and do your fundamental analysis and your 5 T's. And the other part of your brain has to say, what would dummies do? There's more dummies in the market than there are educated investors. There just are. And so we have to factor that. So it becomes more important to track trends early on than to track a specific token here or there. So, and again, yes, finding a pre-ICO token or a pre-release token, you're likely to do good. But after the hurrah, after the run, then the question is, why do I need the token? So we can go down this list pretty easily. Why do I need Bitcoin? Well, it's been over time a consistent store of value that's roughly proportionate to government bad behavior, right? Government's bad. Governments print, governments lend to existence, governments go start wars and have sex scandals and all this kind of things. So if you think that's going to continue, Bitcoin probably belongs somewhere in your portfolio to some extent, probably about the same as gold. I think better than gold, but it'd be equal. Ethereum. It's not the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Ethereum's not money. They're making it into money. So that's when you go, what would dummies do? Oh, the what would dummies do on Bitcoin? Dummies hodl. Dummies say, I'm never selling. Like, why? What do you mean you're never selling? You're just gonna die rich? Okay, I guess. People will be like, that guy died rich, but he drove a station wagon like a damn fool. That's kind of weird. Like, I get it. You like it, but I'm never going to sell. Max Kaiser always says that. He screams. He wears weird leather suits. I'm never selling. Okay. That's weird. You're creepy. I'm not leaving any kids alone in a room with you, unattended, for sure, Max. But I don't know what the point is of, I'm never selling. All these people that say, I'm never selling, they've sold. Oh, yeah, they've sold. So Ethereum, what would dummies do? Well, they're doing it. They're building on top of it. They used to shoot meme coins out across it, but not anymore. That's kind of died down because it's gotten too expensive. There used to be a lot of token launches on Ethereum. That's kind of dying down because it got too expensive. But on the other side of it, you have to have an Ethereum representation for an asset to be taken seriously. So they've kind of made it where if you're going to launch a project, you can launch on any network you want, but you have to also have a representation on Ethereum or you look kind of foolish. Like, oh, what kind of project doesn't have that? Oh, it's a Solana project. Oh, well, you don't take it seriously because you know that they're not serious. It's probably some kind of dumpster fire spam factory. So anyway, and what would dummies do? Well, dummies were launching 100 tokens a minute. Now they're using Solana for that and Base to an extent. Actually, Base more. So, you know, the smart analytical side of you is like, hey, we have the ETFs, we have all these. But then the other side is like, oh, what would dummies do? Well, dummies run hedge funds and they're pouring into it. And a lot of people got in early and they're trying to get a big fat ass cash out. Novogratz and these kind of guys. So they're going to pump it on everybody. So there's two, you have to do your fundamental analysis and then you have to do what would dummies do. Does that make sense? And so that's making it a little bit more confusing. Or, you know, just be early. If something came out at 6 cents, okay, here's an example. So all of these networks, what market share are they going to get? What are they fighting for? Are they fighting for part of Cardano's market share? They're not fighting for Ethereum's market share. There's not going to be an AKT or a Supra ETF. Maybe ever, but not anytime soon. So what are they fighting for? What slice of the market are they going to convert from what? If you're a company, are you going to ditch Ethereum and run across AKT or Supra? No. Those people were trading those tokens in the pennies. You're talking about buying it at around 26 bucks. If that makes sense to you, cool. But be careful that you're not saying, oh, it's 26 bucks and look how expensive Ethereum is. Bad math, bro. Make sure you're not saying, oh, it's 26 bucks. Look at Solana. Bad math, bro. Don't make that mistake. Yeah, Aptos is completely what would dummies do. I mean, it's pushed by the people at Facebook. Although I'm not a Facebook Meta hater. I use the damn Meta Oculus every day. Hey. And it's so much fun. That doesn't mean like I would host Mark Zuckerberg for dinner. I would. Anyway, because he does jujitsu also. Mark Zuckerberg's cool. It's hard to hate on that guy. Anyway, so there's not enough space for 100 layer ones. There's not enough space for 10. And apparently there's not enough space for even like 5. So when you look at these new layer ones that are comprised of people that have not done anything in crypto, they've just shown up. It's just copy and paste layer ones. What company is going to take a chance on these? So you're a traditional web 2 company. You've been around for 10, 15 years. You want to make your web 3 presence. Are you going to use Supra? Are you going to use Cosmos? Are you going to use Avalanche? I mean, maybe, but probably not. I don't know, man. I would just be very careful. Ethereum killer. There are no Ethereum killers. That's just not a thing. The Ethereum killer is probably the Ethereum development team that chooses not to really do anything and just rely on layer 2s and rely on side chains and stuff and opportunistic rollups and crap like that and ZK snarks, and they just don't care to make Ethereum any better at all. That's the Ethereum killer. Ethereum killer is Ethereum. Is there a layer 1 that's going to usurp Ethereum? Well, in meme coins, Solana usurped Ethereum. So did Base. By a bunch of different metrics, a bunch of different coins. But you know what? No one cares about that. You know the metric they care about? The one that says 315.8 billion. Who's next in line as a layer 1? No one's very close. No one. So you can't own, you could own everything, but you're not going to make any money. And remember, if you're in 75 assets and the whole market goes up due to, if you believe the like inflation, oh, we got all this inflation, that's why. Well, then you didn't make any money. You didn't make any money because your dollar buys less stuff. These assets went up. They'll give you more dollars that buy less stuff. So unless the entire space, goes up by many more points, many more integers than inflation or debasement, you don't actually win. These people with their houses are like, my house has doubled in value over 20 years. The dollar's buying power is 1/3 of what it was 20 years ago, dumbass. Yeah, but I'm rich. No, you're not. You actually lost 30%, stupid. Now then they can make the argument, yeah, but I got to live there. Okay, true, good point. You got to live there. Fair enough. I relent that point. But, man. So let's see. Frank, you got in Supra at 0.2 of a penny and it's at $26. Buddy, you're rich. You're like super rich. You got a like 65,000x. What do you even do? You should be in Cloud Cities. Cloud City. You should be in a Cloud City inside a Cloud City, inside a magical universe. Fairies and stuff. Is Ocean done? Yes, Ocean is done. Well, it's done because they've already entered into that partnership. So, yeah, I would say that there's not much. I mean, as a company, they're still going to do whatever they were trying to do. And you would imagine that they will try to leverage that at ASI. But I haven't seen anything at ASI that's that majestic. Let's see. Your house has gone up. Okay, first of all, James, stop with the cap lock. This has nothing to do with the merit of your point. Oh, by the way, if your house has gone up a 10x, you're in a nonlinear market. That's not normal because housing hasn't gone up 10x. Like housing has not gone up 10x. So you live in a non-normal, nonlinear market. Good for you, but you got a bonus. That's not a strategy. You did good. You got lucky because that's not consistent with real estate value in price increases. So good for you, but that's not a strategy you can employ over and over. You can do just a little math and see that if things went up 10x every 10 years, at a certain point, your houses would be worth, your city would be worth more than all the money in the fucking universe because math. So be careful with the math. James, stop with the caps. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do, James. If you keep capsing, I'm not going to ever put your messages up on the screen, even though I like your messages. You have good messages. Nope, you're never getting screen time again, James. And I'm going to give you a different name. I'm going to rename you. Howard, don't follow with caps. Don't follow with cap locks. Okay. Okay, it isn't 20. I was like, shit, Frank, you're rich. You're like really rich. It didn't ICO yet. Yeah, I would just be careful. Now, if you guys can get into assets early, very often getting into an asset early guarantees you some level of victory. Take the victory, but don't get tribal or don't get religious about the asset, right? Don't be like, don't be Max Kaiser. I'm never selling. Don't be that guy. Sell, get some money back, make yourself whole. All right. Although Hypercycle can enhance Ethereum harmoniously, can it be a competitor? No, not really. Hypercycle's one of the cool things about the Hypercycle token is they're used to wrap transactions. It's a container. You can containerize transactions. That's the real value, is taking a pile of data, wrapping it, pushing it over here really fast, unwrapping it, taking a fee, wrapping that fee, and bringing it back. That's what the native token does. There's no erosion in the native token. Now, people pay for that service, but there's value there. Containerizing data and moving it at the speed of light is valuable. So it has a true utility function. And that's why I don't look at the hypercycle token. I mean, the price, what's the price? 28 cents, 27, 20, 28 cents. I don't care about the price. Now, I do know this. I do know that because math, right? Yes, Howard is right. Math. Because math, when, and again, I don't know when compute starts. I mean, again, they're doing compute right now, but they haven't rolled it out to everybody because they don't deem it user-friendly yet. It's very complicated. Like I thought about trying to get like some nodes up and I was like, holy crap, this is complicated. So until they get it less complicated so that regular people can roll it out, we're going to be in this kind of waiting phase. But when they do, and people start marrying all their tokens to licenses as quick as possible, plus there's also pools coming out that will pay you for hypershares, like hypershare pools, which is kind of cool until compute starts. But that has not started yet, so don't send me 20 flipping emails. I'll just write you back, haunt you. But there are more licenses than tokens. So that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? See, that's the James we love. The non-capitalized James. Hell yeah. All right. So if it's falling apart, it doesn't make a, oh, I see what you're doing there, buddy. I see what you're doing. Good try. Nice try, Howard. I'm not grabbing that bait, buddy. And yes, we do yell at Howard on a regular basis. Howard's like the low-hanging fruit, right? Whenever we want to yell at someone and we can't figure out who, where, or what, and we can go after Howard. He's an easy target. He's like a turtle eating your crops. You're like, where are you going? Get over here. Get over here, turtle. Anyway, so hypercycle, because it's utility function, I don't look at the price as anything other than a barrier to creating those hypershares, because for me, it's the business proposition of running the hypershares and deriving interest and income from that. That's what, to me, that's the value. Now, will the token price go up as a function of people needing it to fill licenses to then participate? Yes. Will that happen more as they roll out compute? Yes, a lot more. Or as they roll out like a major client, like say they announce some client that has, 30, 31, 32 million users. Yes. Would that put a drain on the token? Yes. Would that likely be pretty insane? Yes. But, I still don't look at the token as anything other than create the hypershare. I just don't look at it in the terms of the way I would look at layer ones and layer twos. Anyway, this is what's on my mind. So I thought I would share that with you because I see all these layer ones coming out, and there's this, everybody's creating a layer one now. You have a layer one and you have a layer one. Everybody here can have their own layer one. There's not enough space. There's just not enough space for all these layer one projects. So a lot of them, like the ICOs of 2017 and many of the 2018, 2019 ones, they'll have a little flash in the pan and they'll just disappear into obscurity. So be careful. If you're in early, great, right? Because what can you do? You can either be really good. You can cheat. You shouldn't do that. You can be really lucky. Luck is not a strategy. Or you can be first. Don't worry, it's not the bad finger, it's the good finger. You can be first. First you. Maybe that's the new thing we do with this finger. People don't know what to do with this finger, so I lose a lot of finger dexterity, but this is what we do. We say, first you, mother firster. It's fun. It's fun to say it. Try it. Everyone, look at your loved one. Anybody nearby, look at your loved one and say, first you, mother firster, and then see if they throw some stuff at you. That's not my fault. That's on you. You did it. Don't ever do what some internet dude does. That's stupid. Be first. So if you can be first, take the early win, decide how much you want to scrape off the table, decide if it's a project that you think can make it, and don't fall in love with any of these assets, because none of these teams think the people at Bitcoin Core give a shit if you can't pay rent. Ethereum, they've already told you to go haunch yourself. They said it at ETH Denver, haunch yourself, in so many words. XRP, they're trying to sell as fast as they can to pad their own pockets. They don't give a shit about anyone else. And all their partners don't care. Nobody cares, Charles. All these guys, none of them care. They can say that, oh, it's my community and all that. Bullshit. Bullshiza. It's a haunching lie. None of them care about you. You don't owe them anything. Only thing you owe them is, well, nothing. You don't owe them shit. You owe yourself, your family, and your portfolio. No one else. So do what's best for you always. Don't ever get guilted into doing this or guilted. Oh, don't all this. Oh, don't have paper hands. All this whole bullcrap. But if you dump something, you don't have the right to come back and be mad if it goes up. So if you sell something at 5 cents and it goes to $5, don't be like, oh, I could have done this. And that's why we have programmed exits. 10x take 20, 10x take 20, 2x take 10. And that back test. So you can try it on just about any asset and it looks pretty good. Where do you find the latest crypto news when the market is crashing? When the markets are crashing, they usually are in front of the crypto news. There's not news to back it usually for several hours. I just start looking around. I bang around the news. I'll go to Google. I'll go ask GPT-4. I'll go to Anthropic and talk to Claude 3 Sonnet. I just start asking around. I'll go look in Live Coin Watch on the app. I'll go look in the news section and see if anything makes sense. But usually even the articles, why is this crashing? Those are stupid too. A lot of time, it just takes one or two sellers to start a panic. Sometimes a piece of news can be misinterpreted and start a panic, and the panic creates cascading liquidations. Liquidations create margin calls, and the margin calls create unwinds, and that whole unwinding process takes many days, and a lot of people get nuked. And if you're smart and you relax and you understand that everything mean reverts, then you're buying when those things happen and you make a lot of money. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk struggling on meth, grifter, ass grandmother, or Brandon isn't doing. I don't know what his sleeve situation is today. I don't know. But I presume it's hot as hell there, like Satan's jockstrap. And on that note, that's a weird visual. Satan's jockstrap. That's got to be, just salty, man. That's got to be salty.
If you're an accredited investor and you want in on angel, seed round, or early round equity and token opportunities in the artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency space, schedule an interview at nickblacknext.com. In life, you can either be really good, really lucky, or just be first. Being first is so much easier. Schedule a digital private client interview today at nickblacknext.com.